what happens is if you're shut down from a bank and you want to find alternate sourcing, the first place a lot of people go is to what is called a hard money lender, and that can be an individual or it could be a business, but it's a person that will loan you money based on the qualifications of the property. Now, anymore they'll check your credit out a little bit, but it's mostly the fact that they'll loan on a property. Now, with very little credit check on you. So they'll loan money and they have their own guidelines. The problem with them is even though it's easier to get a loan, it's also very expensive. And the way they get paid is they charge points, and typically it's 5 points. What a point is a percentage of the deal. So on a $100,000 deal, if they charge you 5 points, which is standard, then that's $5,000 coming out of the deal. They will loan you money to rehab the property, but the problem of it is they won't give it to you the day of closing when you buy. So here you've got a new property that you just bought and it needs work, let's say. Well, now you need money to go fix it. Well, you've got to take that money out of your pocket and start it, and then once you get it up to a certain level, an appraiser will come back in, look at the property, see that you've done what you said you were going to do, and then and you pay for that appraisal as a real estate investor, and then they'll notify the hard money lender to release some funds so you can keep the rehab going. When I got started, I looked down, I said, okay, well, how do I want to do my funding? And I heard this thing about private lenders and hard money lenders, had them confused, thought they were the same thing, and actually they're distinctly different.
I think a lot of people have that same distinction.
Yeah, I think so too. The hard money lender sets the rules. And I don't have anything against hard money lenders because I need to tell you I am one.
Okay.
In my community, I do all those things. I recommend that real estate investors don't let happen to them, because the way I loan money out as a hard money lender so I can make a big profit is not the way I borrow money.
Okay.
I borrow money from private lenders, which is a cheaper way, and maybe the best way to explain to you what a private lender is. My first private lender was my mom.
Right.
What had happened was my dad had passed away, mom had come into some money, and she did what most people do. She went down to the bank and put it on a bank CD and was getting a paltry rate on her CD, but she knew that she'd have to live off the money for the rest of her life, which is true, and she wanted to protect that principle. And so she would study the rates in the area, and she was so focused on this, she would find a bank that had maybe 1/8% more on a CD, and she would drive 45 minutes to put the money in there.
To save her nest egg.
That's exactly, yeah, to save her nest egg.
Amazing.
So what happened was I finally figured this out, that a private lender and a hard money lender are two distinct different animals out there. And so I went back to mom and I said, you know, you can loan me the money. I'll give you a mortgage on a property. I'll give you a personally signed promissory note. You'll have hazard insurance money. I will pay you 15% interest, simple interest. I'll pay you a check every month just like you have been getting on your CDs. And she was elated. She was elated, and so we still do that today.